Hey, how are you? I'm excited. Today, I've got a freebie for you. It is the 7 life purpose archetypes that I'll talk about here in just a minute. But first, let me know if you're here. I would love it if you're able to say hi. And for those of you watching the recording, hello. We're going to be talking about discovering your life purpose today. I've got my shirt on. You've got this. And if you are new to me, my name is Whitney McNeill. I'm a spiritual teacher and certified medium, here to help you really clearly understand your intuitive messages and gifts that you have so that you can align or realign to your life purpose and manifest abundance. I truly believe that we're here on a mission, on this spiritual mission, to live our best life and to help others while we do it. But what I will say is sometimes we end up in lack state or we feel trapped by limitations. So we have to break through some of those limitations. But today we're going to talk about life purpose and discovering more of life purpose. For those of you who are inside of Intuition Abundance Academy, I know that you've gone through some deeper training with me, and I'm excited that you have. And I welcome you if you're here. Also, for those of you who are new to me, we're going to be talking about discovering more about the energy that exists with life purpose. And for those of you who are like, I love this, I want more of this, Intuition Abundance Academy opens September 17th, where we go through in detail the life purpose training. But I've got something free for you today. So stick with me to the end so we can talk about the 7 life purpose archetypes. Hey, Donna. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you here. Hey, Gladys. Good to see you too. So life purpose tends to, like, we start thinking about it when we're like, what am I supposed to do? What am I here for? Why am I existing? And we look externally for answers. So we end up looking for people to tell us what they are. And we are looking at, like, show me a sign. What do I need to do? That's okay. Like, when I used to do readings for people, I would tune in to the person's energy, their spirit guides, and their spirit guides would tell me their life purpose archetype, which I call the energetic imprint. So the energetic imprint of someone is all the skills that they have that they incarnated into this life with to utilize. So it's like this energetic beam of energy that's just being held in the aura. And then the person can choose how to express that energy in this lifetime. So they can express it through their career, they can express it through other ways. But the archetype is something that we have in different places and different, I would say, sizes. Like, we have different archetypes, and sometimes we have like a stack of 3 where one's predominant and then we have a secondary and a third, or maybe you have 2 that are tied together. But anyhow, we're going to talk about discovering it. So the first thing I want to say is it's not external, it's within you. And so it's really important that you connect with your intuition, that you connect with your higher self, and you connect with your spirit guide so that you start to understand more about the messages that you're receiving, so that, first of all, you can really feel aligned with your life purpose. That's important. It is not external, it's within. And all we have to do to access it is get to know more about our energy. And it's like an energetic checkup, an energetic health checkup that we need so that we can align more with our intuition. Another thing I want to say is it's important to really connect with your intuition and your own energy, but it's important to go back to where we really were at a baseline of what we wanted to do. When we're children, our life purpose archetype is right there in front of us and we're so living in it. But as we grow up into adulthood, we're told that we should be in a box or to do these things, and this is what you do. So really, I think our society is like, hey, go to school, go to college, get a job. Well, that's not everybody's path necessarily. So as children, we start to really understand more about what it is that we love. So I would ask yourself, what did I used to do when I was a child? What did I love? So for me, I did a couple different things. I did like to entertain. That was always fun. I love to heal. I would imagine myself as this great healer that I saw in movies or made up in my dreams. And I would put hands on my pets and, try to heal. I did not know about spiritual healing or about Reiki. And I just really felt that this is something that I could do. And when I was young, I also loved the sticky notes and the pens and the papers and the cardboard and the construction paper. And I taught an imaginary classroom. And it's interesting because I never was guided to actually teach in a school setting. It never was something I was interested in. But people would tell me, Whitney, you would be a great teacher. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to teach in a school. That's not my thing. So going back to some of those areas can be really, really helpful so that you can understand what it is. And then when you start to reflect, you can ask your higher self and your spirit guides to give you more insight. Your higher self is going to be most helpful when you are really tuning into your archetype. And then your spirit guides can help create opportunities to do that. So our guides, once we are more in alignment, if you could imagine, like I would say, a roller coaster, and the roller coaster is off the track, things aren't going to go smoothly, right? We're not in alignment. We're not going to go down the track. Same with like a train. If the train's off the track, it's not really heading anywhere. So we need to make sure it's on the track, the wheels are greased, and everything's good. And so it's like, we got to connect back in, and then we can go fast because our spirit guides can start creating those opportunities. This is really why we do all this work, right? Removing blocks and removing abundance blocks, removing anything that we feel is holding us back. If you feel like you can't connect your intuition, removing those blocks, all are pieces of the puzzle to get to where we want to be, right? And so we really tie in intuition, life purpose, and abundance together because those are really the pieces of the puzzle that we need in order to thrive and move forward. So a couple key indications if you're not in your life purpose. If you notice that you're feeling tired and drained, now that could be a simple, I'm working too many hours. Well, that's something that you might want to work on with abundance. Like there's something that needs to change there. But if you're feeling just drained and tired from your routine during the day, like it doesn't fill you up or fuel you up, something's wrong. So on Tuesday, I went live into my group coaching session with my aligned members in our mentorship program. And I left that meeting feeling so on fire in a good way. Like, yay, woohoo, I'm so excited for these members. And that's filling me up. And I'm an introvert. So I'm not fed by extroverted people. I'm fed by alone time and recharge time. And it was really important for me to take some time off. I think that was really helpful too. But I loved it. It filled me up. I love seeing the ahas. It's like, yes, this is my thing. If you are doing something where it's like, it's not my thing, but I thought it was supposed to be my thing, why isn't it my thing? Then you're not connected to the archetype or to the path. So I did healing and Reiki for a long time, and it wasn't really filling me up. I liked it okay, but it wasn't like, I can't wait to bounce out of bed and do this thing. And so I really had to realign to my life purpose archetype, which was always the teaching. That was the predominant one. So I needed to start spending most of my time in the teaching archetype. But heads up, you don't have to be a teacher to fulfill the archetype. So just knowing if you're aligned and what you're doing is just fueling your fire, or if you are like, this isn't working for me, then it's time to do that. If you're someone that feels like you've already found your life purpose archetype and you're like, why do I need this? It's important to realign because things change. I was just addressing a question in my alumni group for Intuition Abundance Academy. And someone was saying, wait a minute, my sight, my clairvoyance has kind of gone down a little bit. What's going on? We are energy beings that shift and change. We grow, we learn in the mental, emotional, spiritual fields. And so our intuitive language changes, but also the way that we express our life purpose archetype changes too. So the discovery is asking yourself questions and connecting into your higher self, and then allowing yourself to align more fully to it. So let's talk about the freebie that I have for you. So my freebie is a guide, and you can download it, and you just go to messengerspirit.com/life purpose. this banner right here should have been up the whole time, but I forgot. So it's discovering your life purpose archetype, and it's messengerspirit.com/life purpose. You can sign up to get your free guide. You'll get an email into your inbox, and you'll just make sure to look for that email. Make sure you check spam and junk, and then you will click on the link, and voila, there is your guide. So you can become a little bit more familiar with the 7 life purpose archetypes. So I do a deeper dive into training inside of Intuition Abundance Academy. And for those of you that are here, I see some of the alumni. It's good to see you. And it's just fun because sometimes what you don't realize your life purpose archetype is. So one of the stories I share in there is my mom. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, but her archetype was the entertainer. And so she always wanted everybody to be happy. So it was more about that. She had a couple other archetypes too, but messengerspirit.com/life purpose to get your free guide. I'm really excited that we have this for you, and I want to make sure that you get your hands on it. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you can always email support@messengerspirit.com. Michelle says, thank you for this. Looking forward to it. You are so welcome. I'm excited. And then, Michelle, once you get your guide, I'd love for you to come back. Everyone that gets their guide, I'd love for you to come back under this Facebook post and comment what you feel your primary archetype is. Sometimes though, we just know, like ego-wise, human-wise, we just know what it is. But what's interesting, the real work is connecting more into your intuition and your spirit guides to really find in your higher self, to really understand what it is. Because one of the things that I have learned, and I'm going to reference this book. So there's a book by Gay Hendricks. It's called The Big Leap. It's a great book. It's like a non-woo-woo way of talking about up-leveling. But what I'll say is, inside that book, they were talking about the zone of excellence versus the zone of genius. The zone of excellence is where people are recognized for what they excel at. And so for me, I excelled at mediumship, and I started to become more recognized, or people started saying, I really want you to do readings. This is great. Do more readings. And while I did readings, it wasn't my zone of genius to where I felt like this is what I'm here for. So what I really am here for is to help other people connect into their intuition and connect to their life purpose, manifest abundance, and live the life of their dreams. And that also includes becoming spiritual entrepreneurs. Now, you don't have to be an entrepreneur, but I know that that's part of my zone of genius, which is I just love seeing the transformations. So that's an example of sometimes we think that we're one thing, right? Expressing our truth, expressing our archetype. We're in a different archetype. So it's just important to connect in to see what's going on. So I look forward to reading your comments underneath this post. Again, go to messengerspirit.com/life purpose to get your freebie. And I will post it again tomorrow to make sure that you got it. And if for those of you inside the Intuitive Tribe, our free Facebook group, I'm going to post it tomorrow too to make sure you've got it. This is something that I've only saved for my Intuition Abundance Academy students, but I wanted to at least give you this guide. I know we're not going to go into lots of detail, but I think it's really helpful. And we've got some fun resources coming out. So my students know that it's hard for me to keep surprises. I get so excited to share the surprise before it comes out. So I'm trying to zip it. But what I will say is we've got something that's really awesome coming out next week to help you with these pieces. So again, I like to help you increase your intuition, to discover your life purpose or realign to it, and to manifest abundance. I truly believe that clearing out the blocks is very key to aligning to all those things. All right, I am going to zip it. Okay, I look forward to reading your comments. I hope you have a great Thursday. Bye.